I knew that I wasn't going to get somebody fake or just someone who wanted my money. You're not just spouting things because you know you're right. You're listening.
This is Michael, a facilities coordinator and former emergency services worker. An injury to the nerves behind one of his eyes was affecting his work life. A medication he was taking for that was encouraging rapid weight gain. Along with this, he was trying to sell his flat. A difficult task made more difficult with the property market on hold due to COVID restrictions. Although we started with aspirations of an impressive physique change, some honest conversations led us towards more important aims.
We were juggling with things that, were getting in the way and life stuff. And I had so many excuses lined up, which were rooted in real problems. We laid a lot of foundation work for me to be able to have the tools to maintain a good health. And in the future, I had to relearn how to incorporate workouts, incorporate healthy eating into where I was in that time. And it wasn't glossy, perfect foundation to work from, because life sometimes is so ever changing, especially with COVID, blimey. But you were like, okay, the layout of your life has changed a bit, but we can fit these workouts and this plan in this area. And it wasn't like, oh, your life's too messy to do a workout.
He learned how his training can be manipulated to meet developing needs, goals, and life situations. He also learned skills and techniques that he can take forwards into more stable times, knowing which levers to pull to create the changes he desires.
You're giving me a simple analogy, that I could understand. It wasn't nod and pretend I understand and feel too embarrassed to know the jargon. It was actually, oh, this is actually plain English. It was simple enough for me to understand. It's an education. I think if, you wouldn't just get in a car and start driving and expect to be a great driver. A lot of people go to the gym and expect to be like, bench pressing huge weight. You would pay for someone's time, for a solicitor's time. You'd pay for driving instructor's time. Why would you not invest in somebody to teach you how to work out properly if you're not born with this information? So rather than just Google, as if Google is going to give me context, it doesn't. Why don't you sit with someone who's put in all those hours?
Sometimes the timing isn't perfect for dramatic improvements in fitness and body shape, but health is about much more than looking good in photos. Michael was still inspired to find time to get to the gym in spite of his difficulties.
You care about what you do, and I think you actually are invested in each person. And every time I spoke to you, to have those honest conversations with you, it actually gave me the encouragement to be like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to, I've got spring in my step. I'm going to go. So I just felt like, oh, he's actually here to help me. There were days I didn't go and it was just no time to go, but it wasn't like I haven't gone, give up, which is so easy. And a lot of people do that. I felt great every time I'd gone. And whatever busyness or however busy my day was, I would go and I would just be like, I'm so glad I went. It encouraged me, basically. I'm telling you, this is a real deal maker for me, what really helped me. If I've got the mindset that if I go forward and I speak to you in 3 months' time or whatever, 6 months' time, I think you would see all those gains from the seeds that we had sown during this period. And okay, I'm not like ripped. But I felt, for me personally, because of that holistic mindset, there's so many different things that we managed to talk about that weren't workouts. These little excuses, potential excuses, were just ironed out, and they stopped being excuses and they stopped popping up.